Hello, beautiful soul. I have been receiving this powerful message throughout the day, and I have to share it with you. And especially if you're somebody who's stressing out about finding your purpose, finding your just that ultimate thing in your life, or yeah, just what Spirit was saying was that you have discovered masturbation and orgasm on your own. Remember, go back into your childhood, and you naturally were led to uh, giving yourself pleasure. Naturally were led to discover, like, okay, this thing is pleasurable, or orgasm, or like that point of orgasm, and just like discovering your sexuality, it happened on your own. Now in some situation, it could be that it may have happened through some kind of sexual abuse, or in a violent way, in some unnatural way, you know. But most of the time, most of the children, we as children naturally discover masturbation on our own, because it is very important. You know, the sexuality, knowing it and learning about orgasms and all, it's very necessary. Okay, it's like how you know, like how you we need to know how to grow our food, we need to know how to cook the food, you know, because it's very nurturing for our body. Just like that, sexuality and sex is very nurturing. Orgasms also very nurturing, that sexual energy, knowing about it, you know, how to channel it. It's very nurturing for us, you know. Just like that, everything that is important for us, for our soul, for our heart, we will naturally discover it. We will be naturally led to it. Naturally. If someone is meant to be a writer, if writing is what their medicine is, if writing is through which that they are going to heal the darkest of the things in their selves, in this world, in their ancestral line, they will be naturally led to it. It will be like they will see the pen and the paper, and they will feel the pull towards it. If that's like, if someone's a painter, like if someone is meant to paint, you know, they will feel that pull, they will just find themselves naturally drawn to that. And then there can be shame, like, okay, if you heard, like, okay, in your childhood from your parents, like, painting is just done as a hobby, it's not something you do and make money, it's not a safe path. Like in my family, I usually heard that if you start to, yeah, just like, you know, your creative gifts, if you start to follow them, then you will lose all that you have. You would not have food or a safety of a home, all these things. So it's like everything that is important for you and a healing thing for you is more joyful and healthy thing for you, you will naturally be led to it. So instead of going and rushing towards finding your purpose, can you embrace just relaxing here and letting just the natural occurrence of being led to it? Like natural occurrence, it's a natural occurrence that all souls will be led to what is natural, what is healing for them, what is joyful for them, what is healthy for them, and what is important for them. You would naturally be led. Can we embrace that? And especially in the making money, you would be naturally led to the most aligned path for you to make the money. Okay, and the right attitude that you need to hold. This is very different, but what is coming is the wow. So recently I received a very beautiful and generous amount of donation from a gorgeous friend, a gorgeous, beautiful woman. Okay, her heart is so pure. This truly, I feel it. And when I received this money from her, after 2 days of receiving it, I started to feel guilty. I started to feel like just, I felt like now she will not want to be in connection with me. She wouldn't want to be in that, she wouldn't have that love for me, you know. And same, the when in the past when I worked with my clients, after, even when they gave me good review and they were happy, I just started to feel like, oh my god, now they would not want to be in connection with me. Now they would not want to, you know, now they just want to stay away from me. They wouldn't want to look at me, and just this panic that occurs. And I started to feel like that now I also will not have that friendship that I had with her earlier, you know. And when I dive deep into those sensations and that panic that I was feeling, it was coming from, because always in my childhood, nobody spent time with me as a child. Nobody sat down to have a conversation with me. And it was always like, because I got separated from my parents very early on, so I never got to see them. Never, as a child, um, till I was 15, because then I was like, when I separated from my parents, I was 3 or 4 years old, and I went to my uncle, auntie, and then suddenly, of course, I was praying a lot that one day I will go back to my parents, and that did happen, but it happened very abruptly, where my auntie was like, you leave from here. She just, like, in a very insulting way, when I was 15, just asked me to go. And then I came back to my parents. But till that time, till I was like from the age of 3 or 4, I don't remember correctly, until the time I was 15, I never got to see my parents. But what I did received was just, you know, clothes from my mother. I would never get to see her face, but I would receive the clothes. She would send me the parcel sometimes, or like one time I remember coming back from school, and there were just so many toffees were and chocolates, like, 2 3 different kind of toffees were kept. And that was like, my father was visiting, but he never stopped to see me. He just, when I came back home from school, I just saw those toffees were there, and I felt like angry at that time, like not angry but just confused, like why would he not stop, you know, if he is traveling, so why would he not stop just for an hour to just see me, you know? So there is just this trauma that I have whenever I will receive something good, like, you know, any kind of gift or something. That's what, I don't know, it's just very different. Oh my god. I didn't I didn't mean to cry, and I didn't know that this video will be led here, you know, because I don't prepare videos. Okay. Anyway, so so for me, in my case, you know, if I want more financial support and more clients and more support from people, I have to address this fear that I have, you know, around losing love and connection, and just being panic around, like people don't like me, they don't want to be with me, they feel like I'm some disgusting thing and all of that, because that's the reflection that I received in my childhood and still is in my environment, and also like in the environment that I'm currently living in, but also where I come from in my family line. When someone receives money, they are looked at in a very disgusting manner. When someone is happy, they are looked at in a very disgusting manner, you know. Or like when they receive, like, okay, if you receive the clothes, um, or just anything that you want once in 4 5 months, so then that should be enough. Then you should not be demanding for anything for like next, like it is a panic. Like then if I received, so suppose if I wanted pink shoes because it makes my heart happy, and then I received it, but then I also want to paint and I want colors. So I should not have that desire. I should be afraid of even having that desire. And the moment this desire arises, I should completely shut it down. Because I got my pink shoes, now I should not be wanting colors or any other thing. You know, I should wait for it for far too long, because it's just like, you know, everyone in the family will look at you in a very disgusting manner. Maybe because there was lack, and people, you know, people become, start to adopt this attitude towards other people, you know, having their needs met and having, fulfilling their desires, getting their dreams, because they are abandoning their own desires. So I understand the root cause of this in my, you know, environment, in my home, because in the people who are, you know, all my mom, my auntie, my siblings, my father, and everybody, neighbors in my village, you know, all the extended family were always, they had to give up on their desires. And the survival was so much that people were just thinking about how can I get the food, how can I get the food, not beyond that. Like, okay, how can I thrive, how can I level up my health, how can I level up my, you know, go towards my dreams. What does my heart truly want? Those things were not even considered. People were just like in intense panic, like, how can I have the food, how can I have the food, how can I have the food? And they had to completely ignore their heart's desire. So when they see someone else going towards it, when they see someone else having it, okay, and their heart also wants it deep down, if they don't want the exact thing that I want or someone else want, but they do want their heart to be happy, you know their inner child to feel, to thrive, to be in joy, they do want that. But they had to, for some other trauma or some, like, lack based thinking, some fear based thinking, they had to abandon themselves. And in my, because you know I have seen how bitter people become, how dangerous it is, how dangerous they themselves become, and how dangerous it is for this world when people have to abandon their heart's desire or their happiness or their inner child desires. That's very dangerous. I have seen how dangerous it is. That's why I make this YouTube videos, to connect people to their heart in some way, and to just, like, have them, like, there is always a way that people follow their heart, people follow their creativity, their inner child creativity, because it brings us the power. Even, when we start to follow our own creativity and we become aligned with it, we don't want to be distracting ourselves and getting jealous. When we see, like, someone else having what we want, we may feel bit of sadness, but we know that we have our own creativity to process our own jealousy, and through our creativity we will be able to get what it is that we are desiring, because creativity brings us solutions, solutions to fulfill our own heart, to fulfill our own desires in creative ways. So, where was I completely forgot. Why was I talking about all this? Why did I start talking about creativity? Maybe people needed to hear that, and this conversation was meant to go where it is going. So, you know, we as people, we have our own medicine, like the medicine that we are meant to give to other people, or to this world, and usually it is something that we feel like is missing in this world, or that we felt like was missing for us. Okay, and we are meant to give that medicine to the world. And I just want people, I'm doing my best in some way, for me, the attitude that I have is like that I'm a child of God, I'm a child of Mother Earth, and I just keep praying that Mother Earth, you teach your children through me, you guide them through me, you speak to them through me. Mother Earth, I want to do the work that brings more love, more safety, because I didn't had the safety, growing up. And someone just like, yeah, so many other things, but I just keep praying that Mother Earth, I want to do the work that brings love, joy, safety, connection into this world, because when we feel connected to something or somebody, our energy, it's very different. And we start to pray for the win-win outcome. We don't settle, we don't even entertain that possibility that I lose and they the like I lose they win, or they win and I lose. No, we want win win. So when we feel connected to something and somebody, we pray that God, I want the win win. I only want the win win in this situation. I only want to have this situation, the solution for this situation, that is win win, that is loving, that is in the highest good, you know. Yeah, and sometimes our highest good is the highest good of all. And sometimes our highest good can cause pain, and through that pain, the other person might need to learn. You know, in my situation right now, as I am following my joy, as I am following my expansion, and to that is causing pain in my sister, because she feels like, why am I not at home with her, you know, back in the village. But I know the back in the village, it's not aligned, it's not expansion, it's like settling into the disrespect, settling into the smallness, settling into like the narratives of like, oh, this has been like that, that's how you live, into the smallness, into the, you know, keep bearing the disrespect from the people. It's like you wake up in the panic of doing the house chores for everybody, cooking for everybody, and then women never have the time for self care. But and it's a very painful decision that I had to make, that if my younger sister back at home doing the house chores and me away from family, like away from home, it's a very internal, you know, conversation that I had to had with my higher self and with God and with Mother Earth. And even if it is painful, you know, but then because I cannot make that choice for my sister, you know, she had to realize it from within herself that yes, I want better for myself. I do not want to be get lost in this house chores and family drama. I want better for myself, and for me it is by me stabilizing myself. Anyway, why is this conversation, I was, anyway, you guys, the purpose, I will just trust that this conversation was meant to happen the way it did. Anyway, the message was, the spirit was inspiring me to share with you that anything that is important, you will naturally find it, you will be led there. So instead of forcing yourself and getting panicked around like, oh my god, I need to find my purpose asap, or my person asap, my like my pathway to make money asap and all of that, you do not have to suffer, you do not have to like literally give yourself panic attack to find those things. You can also embrace the relaxation and trusting that you will be naturally led there, you will naturally be led there. All the steps you need to take also to get there, you will be get there. So if you need, if you are desiring a beautiful, loving, stable partnership, you have to be loyal, right? You have to learn respect, how to respect yourself within a relationship, and also how to respect the other person. So, God will, before God will bring you your person, God will teach you all these things, you know, teach you. And naturally, it will be, and for also making money, also, you will learn all the things that you are meant to learn, okay? Integrity, honesty, and like dealing with the traumas that you might have had throughout your childhood. So embrace, like relax, and that whatever it is that you are meant to do in this life, the work that you are meant to do, what your destiny is, the impact that you are meant to have on this world, the beautiful joy that you are meant to experience, the beautiful the beauty that you are meant to experience, the joy, all the beautiful taste of fruits that you are meant to experience in this world, the peace that you are meant to experience in this world, the love that you are meant to experience in this world, the peace that comes from serving other people, that experience of service, and the joy that comes from serving other people, all of these things, and the magic of the creativity that you are meant to experience, and the wildness, you know all of it, you will have it, you will naturally be led there. Okay, it's like you being living with this, like I want to witness my mind, my body, my heart being led towards my highest good. This is a powerful prayer and an intention that I intend to witness my mind, my body, my heart being led to my highest good, to my highest joy, to my highest success, to my highest health. It's really powerful. Book a one-on-one intuitive guidance session with me for deeper levels of guidance, support, and intuitive guidance, psychic guidance, spiritual guidance. And you can also get into my 12 weeks of mentorship, which is very powerful. In 12 weeks, we will dive deep and move through, ancestral shame, limiting beliefs, fears, and all the patterns that are keeping you small. And you will be stepping into your magic, into your joy, into your, this inner and outer glow up, because of the beautiful journey that we are, like we go in my 12 weeks of mentorship. The inner and outer glow up, it's so powerful. It's truly so powerful. The magic that happens, the heart led, yeah, it's so much magic. You gotta experience it. In my 12 week, like a link of that is in my bio. And you can also donate for my rent, food, and bills. And another beautiful thing that I have for you is bring magic in your life with my magic paintings. This painting says, dearest God, dearest Mother, thank you for guiding me. Thank you for leading my way. When you live around this painting, the way you start to move in this world very bravely, confidently, courageously, you would find yourself becoming most braver, bolder, confident version of yourself. And it's just so much divine guidance and peaceful energies into your life. Super powerful. Super. You can't miss the magic. You can't. I'm telling you, you cannot. Okay, the fridge magnets of this painting are available. Also, you can hire me and I will channel a customized magic painting uniquely for you. A painting that will bring lot of success, high vibrations, good energies, power, love, and like sacred, peaceful, pure energies into your life. It's so powerful, and